And it's July 20th, and right now the peppers have been harvested for the most part, and there is not much left on them, but there are a bunch of new flowers, and I suspect there'll be another harvest in 6 weeks or so. Bell peppers are about the only ones that have fruit that are not far from harvesting. Cayenne pepper, not much in the way of ripe fruit on it, but there's a ton of new flowers, so that's gonna definitely get a second flush of peppers. Jalapenos are mostly picked, but there's still a couple lingering to ripen. Another jalapeno plant also has some flowers on it. The tomato plants in here have just really done well. I just picked a half a dozen or so tomatoes off these plants, and there's still quite a few to go. These were my really early starts that have been in the greenhouse the entire time, and they are doing better than anything I have outside to this point. And there's 3 more pepper plants, these are Hungarian hot wax. Also just picked most of the peppers off them, but as if you look, you can see there's lots of new flowers coming, and I suspect there'll be another flush of those coming in the month or two. In the outdoor garden, there's some cucumbers. We've already picked probably 3 so far. A couple more that are coming along pretty well, and some younger ones around the vine. Another one in there that's pretty small yet. Another one there that's pretty small still. But they're coming along. I have 4 squash plants. Actually, golden zucchini, and that is the only thing that has come along fruit-wise. There's no female flowers. There's a couple of cloth pots that I'm going to be planting carrot seeds in today or tomorrow. A couple of flowers in the area to help attract the pollinators. A bed of parsley and marigolds inside all the tomato plants. The plants are looking pretty good, but not a lot of fruit. Flowers are not setting up. You can see the yellow stem on that one. That flower's gonna fall off. It's a decent sized tomato there. That's a Zoichka. It's going to be like a yellow beefsteak. And there's another one in here that's starting to form. A few more there, but overall, not doing great. Hopefully these flowers will have time to set and turn into viable fruit. And then there's a couple of Amish paste tomatoes there on this plant, but not very many. Again, bunch of flowers, not a lot of sets. I mean, there's a sprue right there with all the flowers missing. And the weather has not been particularly hot this year. We've had a couple of days here and there, but no prolonged heat. I also had shade cloth over the tomatoes most of the time. I took it down yesterday because the temperatures are a little mild right now. A few tomatoes on this plant. These are Sartrelois. A few more down here that are looking pretty nice. super sweet 100s. It's got some nice clusters of tomatoes on it, but they're not really overwhelming considering it's a cherry tomato. It's another Amish paste, and just 1 or 2 tomatoes on it over here. And then this one back here is Mountain Magic. And it's got 2 good tomatoes on it there. One's coming to ripening, but the rest are just some flowers that are maybe just starting to form a fruit. Another Amish paste here with a couple of fruit in there, but again, not very many. It's another sprue in there with no tomatoes on it. And then over in this bed, I have the green beans, which I started harvesting from about 5 days ago. Got quite a few off already. And then these are my outdoor pepper plants. And the bell peppers are doing pretty well here. Then jalapenos right here. And then next to those are a couple of more banana pepper plants. And a lot of those that are yellow, they won't be too long before they're ripe. And then another bell. These are orange bells called Etuda. This one here just got some small peppers on it at this point. Sunflower. And then the onion bed, by far the best onions I've grown ever. Need to review my notes and see what I did here to make these turn out so well, but I did fertilize them differently than I have in the past, and I think that that has a lot to do with it. Also paid more attention to the watering to make sure they're really getting watered well. And then on this last bed is my cabbages and Brussels sprouts. And you can see the cabbages are starting to head up. These back here are still a little small yet, but the heads are still forming. And these are the Brussels sprout plants. And you can look on the stem there, see if I can get it in and see the starting of the formation of the sprouts in the crotch of the leaf and stem area. Well, I think that's it for this time. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.